Let me share something with you that changed everything I thought I knew about aging and muscle loss. Last month I sat across from Margaret, an 82-year-old grandmother who could barely open a jar of pickles. 6 months later, she's carrying her groceries up 3 flights of stairs without stopping. What happened? She didn't join a gym, didn't take expensive supplements, and certainly didn't start some complicated diet. She simply added a few ancient seeds to her breakfast. Seeds that cost less than your morning coffee. Now, I know what you're thinking. Seeds? Really? But stay with me here because what I'm about to share goes against everything the supplement industry wants you to believe. And here's the uncomfortable truth nobody talks about. Once you pass 75, your body becomes stubborn about protein. You could eat an entire chicken breast and your muscles might only grab about 65% of that protein. The rest? Your body just lets it slip away. This is why so many of us keep getting weaker even though we're eating what we think is enough protein. But here's where things get fascinating. Scientists studying communities where people stay strong well into their 90s discovered something remarkable. These folks weren't drinking protein shakes or eating steak every day. They were eating seeds. Specific seeds that their great-grandparents ate. Seeds that somehow deliver protein to aging muscles in ways that modern foods simply cannot match. Not because these seeds have more protein than a piece of chicken, but because our bodies recognize them differently. They absorb them better. They use them more efficiently. I've spent the last 2 years diving deep into this research, and what I found honestly shocked me. These aren't trendy superfoods that just showed up last Tuesday. These are seeds that people in Okinawa, in remote Turkish villages, in the Andes Mountains have been eating for centuries, and these communities have something in common. Their elders maintain strength, balance, and independence far longer than we do here in the West. The kicker? Most of these seeds are sitting in your grocery store right now, probably on a shelf you walk past every single week. Today, I'm walking you through 6 of these remarkable seeds, starting with the mildest and working our way up to the most powerful. Before we jump in though, I want to ask you something. Are you over 70? Over 75? Maybe you're caring for someone who is. Drop a comment below and let me know, because I read every single one and often respond with specific tips based on your situation. Also, and this is important, please talk to your doctor before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you're managing health conditions or taking medications. What I'm sharing comes from research and experience, but your doctor knows your specific health picture. Now, let's get started. The first seed might surprise you because you've probably seen it 1,000 times and never given it a second thought. I'm talking about sunflower seeds. Yes, those little seeds people put on salads. But here's what makes them special for anyone over 70. They pack about 21 grams of protein in just 100 grams. That's as much as some cuts of beef. More importantly, they're loaded with something called vitamin E, which acts like a protective shield around your muscle cells. Think of vitamin E as bodyguards for your muscles. As we age, our muscles face constant attacks from something called oxidative stress. It's like rust forming on metal. Vitamin E stops that rust before it can damage the muscle. Research from a major university study back in 2022 found that seniors who got plenty of vitamin E in their diet lost muscle much more slowly than those who didn't. Just a quarter cup of sunflower seeds gives you over 80% of the vitamin E you need for the day. But there's more. Sunflower seeds come with healthy fats that actually help your body absorb that vitamin E better. It's like they're designed to work together. Plus, they're full of minerals that help your muscles contract properly and give you energy. Selenium supports your thyroid, which controls how your body uses protein. Magnesium helps prevent those awful nighttime leg cramps so many of us deal with. And phosphorus works with calcium to keep your bones strong, which matters because your bones are what your muscles attach to. Now, how do you eat these? Simple. Buy them raw and unsalted if you can. I add 2 or 3 tablespoons to my morning oatmeal. Some folks soak them overnight in water, which makes them easier to digest and reduces something called phytic acid that can block mineral absorption. You can also grind them up in a coffee grinder and sprinkle the powder over salads, soups, or blend it into smoothies. Sunflower seed butter is another option, and honestly, it tastes better than peanut butter in my opinion. Moving up our list, we come to sesame seeds. These tiny seeds have been revered in Asian and Middle Eastern cultures for thousands of years. Here in the West, we mostly see them decorating hamburger buns, which is honestly a tragedy because we're missing out on something incredible. Sesame seeds give you about 18 grams of protein per 100 grams, but their real magic for aging bodies lies in their calcium content and special compounds called lignans. A major study published in 2021 looked at over 3,000 people between 70 and 90 years old. The ones eating sesame seeds regularly had bone density measurements you'd expect to see in people 15 years younger. Why does this matter? Because strong bones are the foundation for strong muscles. Your muscles need something solid to attach to and pull against. Weak bones mean weak muscle function, even if the muscle itself is healthy. The protein in sesame seeds comes packaged with B vitamins that help convert that protein into actual energy your body can use. They also support healthy nerve function, which keeps the signals flowing properly between your brain and your muscles. There's a unique antioxidant in sesame seeds called sesame that research shows can reduce inflammation in your body by up to 35%. Chronic inflammation is one of the biggest reasons we lose muscle as we age, so anything that fights inflammation is worth paying attention to. Let me pause here and ask you something. In the comments, type the word seeds if you're still with me and finding this helpful. I love seeing that people are actually watching and learning. It helps me know what content to create more of. To get the most from sesame seeds, eat them whole or as tahini, which is just ground sesame paste. I spread 2 tablespoons of tahini on whole grain toast most mornings. You can also mix it with lemon juice and garlic to make a dressing for vegetables. Black sesame seeds have even more antioxidants than white ones, so try to rotate both types into your routine if you can find them. Now we're getting into the heavier hitters. Pumpkin seeds are absolutely one of the most underrated foods for anyone over 70. These dark green seeds deliver about 30 grams of protein per 100 grams, which is already impressive. But what really sets them apart is their zinc content. Just 1 ounce gives you 20% of your daily zinc requirement. And this matters enormously because almost half of older adults are deficient in zinc. Here's why that's a problem. Zinc plays a direct role in building muscle. Without enough zinc, your body simply cannot efficiently turn protein into muscle tissue, no matter how much protein you eat. A study from Johns Hopkins in 2023 showed that seniors who fixed their zinc deficiency through foods like pumpkin seeds saw measurable improvements in grip strength and walking speed in just 12 weeks. 12 weeks? That's 3 months to potentially get stronger just from eating seeds. Pumpkin seeds also contain high amounts of an amino acid called tryptophan. You might know tryptophan as the thing in turkey that makes you sleepy on Thanksgiving. But it does something more important. It helps your body make serotonin, which regulates your sleep. Good sleep is absolutely critical for muscle recovery. When you sleep, your body repairs and builds muscle. Poor sleep is one of the leading causes of muscle loss in seniors. And addressing it through nutrition instead of sleeping pills is a much better approach. These seeds are also one of the richest sources of magnesium on the planet. A single serving gives you nearly 40% of what you need daily. Magnesium deficiency has been linked over and over again to muscle cramps, weakness, and faster muscle loss. If you're dealing with cramping, especially at night, pumpkin seeds might be exactly what you need. Here's how I eat them. Buy them raw, then either eat them straight or lightly toast them in your oven at 300 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes until they smell nutty and turn slightly golden. Avoid the heavily salted, oil-roasted ones you see in gas stations because those often have inflammatory oils and too much sodium. Sprinkle them on soups, add them to trail mix, or blend them into smoothies. Some people make pumpkin seed butter by processing them in a food processor until smooth. The next seed works in ways that honestly still puzzle scientists. Flax seeds are one of the oldest crops humans ever cultivated, and they possess almost mysterious properties when it comes to supporting aging bodies. They contain about 18 grams of protein per 100 grams. But their true genius is their omega-3 fatty acid content, which fights the chronic inflammation that tears down muscle in seniors. These tiny golden or brown seeds are the richest plant source of a specific omega-3 called alpha-linolenic acid. A massive analysis published in 2022 looked at over 20,000 participants and found that higher intake of this omega-3 was associated with a 23% reduction in death from all causes among adults over 70. Let that sink in for a moment. A nearly 1/4 reduction just from getting more of this one nutrient. The connection between omega-3s and muscle health is well documented. Research from Washington University showed that omega-3s actually enhance how your body responds to protein, meaning you become more efficient at using protein to build muscle. It's like upgrading your body's protein processing system. Flax seeds also contain the highest concentration of plant lignans found in any food, up to 800 times more than other foods. These lignans support healthy hormone balance, which influences muscle maintenance in both men and women as our hormones naturally change with age. What makes flax unique is their fiber content. They have both soluble and insoluble fiber that creates a gel-like substance in your intestines. This gel slows down how nutrients get absorbed, giving you steady protein delivery to your muscles throughout the day instead of overwhelming spikes that your body can't fully use. The fiber also helps regulate blood sugar, which prevents insulin resistance that research has linked to faster muscle wasting. Here's the critical thing about flax seeds. You absolutely must grind them before eating. If you eat them whole, they'll pass right through your digestive system completely intact, and you'll absorb virtually nothing. Get a small coffee grinder and grind only what you plan to eat that day, because the delicate omega-3 oils start to break down within minutes of being exposed to air. Add 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flax to smoothies, oatmeal, or yogurt every morning. You can mix ground flax into baked goods too, though adding it after cooking is better since high heat can damage the omega-3s. Before we get to the top 2 seeds, I want to make sure you don't miss future videos like this one. If you're finding this valuable, click that subscribe button right now. We release new content every week about staying strong, healthy, and independent as we age, and I don't want you to miss out. The next 2 seeds are absolute game changers, and there's so much more to explore together. At number 2, we have chia seeds. These ancient seeds fueled warriors who could run over 100 miles in a single day on nothing but chia and water. That's not folklore, that's documented history. Chia seeds deliver about 17 grams of protein per 100 grams, but what makes them extraordinary for anyone over 75 is their ability to hydrate your body at the cellular level while providing energy that lasts for hours. When chia seeds touch liquid, they absorb up to 12 times their weight in water, creating a gel-like coating. This gel does multiple important things. It keeps you hydrated, it slows digestion so nutrients absorb steadily, and it provides food for the beneficial bacteria in your gut that help you use protein effectively. A study from the University of Toronto in 2023 followed seniors who ate chia seeds daily for 6 months. They documented a 19% improvement in physical endurance tests, along with significant reductions in the inflammatory markers that contribute to muscle wasting. The protein in chia seeds contains all 9 essential amino acids, making them a complete protein, which is rare for plant foods. They accomplish this while providing more calcium per serving than milk, more iron than spinach, and more antioxidants than blueberries. For brain health, chia seeds are loaded with omega-3s. Just 2 tablespoons give you nearly 5 grams of these essential fats that research has linked to improved cognitive function and reduced dementia risk. The fiber in chia seeds is remarkable, about 11 grams per ounce. This supports healthy blood sugar levels and prevents the insulin spikes that can trigger muscle protein breakdown in seniors with metabolic concerns. The manganese supports bone health and wound healing, while phosphorus and calcium work together to maintain the skeletal framework that your muscles attach to. Preparing chia is incredibly simple. The easiest method is making chia pudding. Mix 3 tablespoons of seeds with 1 cup of liquid, whether that's almond milk, coconut milk, or even water, and let it sit in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours or overnight. It turns into a pudding-like consistency. Add vanilla extract, cinnamon, fresh berries, or a touch of honey for a delicious protein-rich breakfast that requires 0 cooking. Some people add dry chia seeds directly to smoothies or sprinkle them over salads for a pleasant crunch. Unlike flax, you don't need to grind chia because they're small enough that digestive enzymes can access the nutrients. Now we come to number 1. If you remember nothing else from this video, please remember this seed. Hemp seeds represent the single most perfect protein source nature has ever created for the human body, especially after 75. Hemp seeds deliver an astounding 31 grams of highly digestible protein per 100 grams, but what makes them truly miraculous is that they contain all 20 amino acids, including all 9 essential ones, in proportions that almost perfectly match what human muscle tissue needs for repair and growth. A groundbreaking clinical trial in 2024 specifically examined hemp seed protein in adults between 75 and 90 years old. The results sent shockwaves through the nutritional science community. Participants who consumed just 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds daily for 16 weeks showed a 28% increase in muscle protein synthesis rates, a 34% improvement in grip strength, and most remarkably, a 22% enhancement in cognitive processing speed. These weren't young athletes, these were people in their 80s getting measurably stronger and mentally sharper. The protein in hemp seeds is primarily composed of 2 proteins called elastin and albumin, which are exceptionally easy for aging digestive systems to break down and absorb. Studies show that over 90% of hemp seed protein reaches your bloodstream compared to just 40 to 60% from most meat sources. Think about that. You could eat half the amount of hemp seeds and get more usable protein than from a steak. Unlike meat protein that produces acidic byproducts and inflammatory compounds when digested, hemp seed protein actually supports an alkaline environment in your body. Research associates this with preserved muscle mass, stronger bones, and reduced chronic disease risk in older populations. The omega fatty acid profile in hemp seeds is considered optimal by nutritionists because it naturally provides the ideal 3-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids that promotes anti-inflammatory signaling throughout your entire body. Hemp seeds are extraordinarily rich in gamma-linolenic acid, known as GLA. a rare anti-inflammatory compound that studies show supports joint health, cardiovascular function, and skin integrity. The magnesium content rivals pumpkin seeds while also providing exceptional amounts of phosphorus, potassium, zinc, and iron. It's a mineral profile that supports every aspect of muscle function from contraction to recovery. In the comments type hemp if you've made it this far and learned something new today. I genuinely love hearing from you and knowing this information is reaching people who can benefit from it. Now, let me address some questions I get asked all the time about these seeds. First question. Can I eat all of these seeds together, or should I pick just one? Great question. You can absolutely eat them together. In fact, combining them gives you a broader spectrum of nutrients. I personally rotate through them during the week. Monday through Wednesday, I focus on hemp and chia. Thursday through Saturday, I add pumpkin and flax, and I sprinkle sunflower and sesame throughout. Find what works for your routine and your taste preferences. Second question. How long before I notice results? This varies by person, but most people report feeling more energetic within 2 to 3 weeks. Measurable strength improvements typically show up around the 8 to 12 week mark if you're consistent. Remember, we're working with food, not medication. Changes happen gradually but sustainably. Third question. I have trouble chewing. Can I still eat these seeds? Absolutely. Grinding seeds into powder or making them into butters and puddings makes them perfectly suitable for anyone with dental challenges. Hemp and chia are especially easy to prepare in ways that require no chewing at all. Fourth question. Are these expensive? Not at all. Hemp seeds are the priciest of the bunch at around $8 to $12 per pound, but a pound lasts weeks if you're eating 3 tablespoons daily. The others are even cheaper. Compare that to protein supplements that can cost $30 to $60 per container and only last a couple of weeks. Fifth question. Will these interfere with my medications? This is why I always say to talk to your doctor first. Generally, these seeds are foods, not supplements, and are safe for most people. However, if you're on blood thinners, the omega-3s in flax and chia could potentially affect clotting, so medical guidance is important. If you're on diabetes medication, the blood sugar effects might require dosage adjustments. Your doctor can help you navigate this safely. Let me be very clear about something. I'm not suggesting these seeds are magical cures or that you should stop any medications or treatments your doctor has prescribed. What I am saying is that nutrition plays a powerful role in maintaining muscle mass and overall health as we age, and these particular seeds offer exceptional nutritional profiles that can support your body's natural processes. They're tools, not miracles. But they're powerful tools that deserve a place in your daily routine. Preparing hemp seeds requires absolutely no effort. Unlike flax, you can eat them whole straight from the package. Their pleasant, nutty flavor makes them enjoyable by the spoonful. I add 3 tablespoons to my morning smoothie, sprinkle them over salads at lunch, and sometimes just eat a spoonful as an afternoon snack. Some people mix them into yogurt, stir them into oatmeal, or blend them into homemade salad dressings. Here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Muscle loss after 75 is not inevitable. It's not something you just have to accept. Yes, our bodies change. And yes, we face challenges our younger selves didn't face. But we also have tools available, simple everyday foods that can make a real difference in how we feel and function. The communities around the world where elders stay strong aren't doing anything complicated. They're eating real foods that support their bodies naturally. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need complicated meal plans. You need consistency with simple, powerful foods. Start with one seed. Maybe hemp if you want maximum impact, or sunflower if you want to ease into things. Add it to one meal every day for 2 weeks and see how you feel. Then add another seed. Build slowly, make it sustainable. If you found this valuable, do me a favor. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly videos about aging strong and healthy. We cover everything from nutrition to exercise to sleep to brain health, all focused on helping you maintain your independence and vitality as the years go by. Share this video with someone you care about who might benefit from this information. Leave a comment below telling me which seed you're going to try first. I read every comment and respond to as many as I can. Remember, getting older doesn't mean getting weaker. It means getting smarter about how we take care of ourselves. These 6 seeds are just the beginning of that journey. I'll see you in the next video, where we're diving into the exercises that complement these nutritional strategies perfectly. Until then, take care of yourself, be patient with your body, and trust that small, consistent changes add up to remarkable results over time.